Hi, everybody. June here from Red Daisy Crafts, coming to you from San Antonio, Texas. I hope you're having a great day. I'm so glad you're able to join me today. I've got a fun kit to show you. It's one of the newer kits. It's called the Wreath of Blooms, and I hope you're going to like it. This kit is new. It came out at the beginning of March, and it is available only online in the retail store. And in the description below, I've included all of the links for you to find that. I know we normally are doing some paper pumpkin projects, but at least once a month I'm going to show you a kit that has been released fairly recently and show you those items so that you can also learn about the other kits that are available from Stampin' Up. And again, they're all available online in the retail store, and all the links are in my description below. So I did want to show you one more time all the projects we made this month with the paper pumpkin Sunshine and Smiles. And I had two cards that I made off camera, so I was going to show you those as well before we dig into the wreaths. So let me put you down. If you're there, please leave a comment. Hi, Christy. Thanks for joining. And leave me a comment. Tell me where you're joining us from. And I'm going to put you down to the mat, and we will show some things and then get started with our project. Okay, so you remember that the kit made 3 cards. It was these 3 designs, and they're just precious all by themselves. Oh, Massachusetts City, Mass City. And then we made a shaker card, which was so fun, and everybody loved it. So if you missed that, there's a live from 2 weeks ago where you can see how I created this card and get that idea for yourself. Last week, we made waterfall cards, and these are so fun. Hey, Wanda, how are you? Oh, it's sunny? Oh, wonderful. That's so nice. We made these wonderful waterfall cards, and I got a lot of great feedback. So if you missed that, you can also check out last week's live and learn to do those cards. The video includes all of the details for you to create those cards. And then these are the last 2 cards that I did off screen. So here I created the card from the pieces in the card kit. The only additional thing I did was I used a balmy blue cardstock, but I took the elements from the card kit, the paper pumpkin kit, and I used Memento tuxedo black ink for it. Created this card. There really isn't a lot of dimension to it. I'm trying to show that only things popped up are this part of the kite and the words here, and then I added in some black dots from the basic what are they called? Feel like it's the basic matte dots, maybe classic matte dots. Oh, here it is. Yes, classic matte dots. So I use the classic matte dots on those, and so just showing you that. Oh, good. And then here's the other card I made. And so again, I just added the balmy blue cardstock, and in this one, I utilized, I think I had to pull this in as well. Yeah, I had to pull in some garden green cardstock here, and the rest of the elements came from the kit, except the ribbon that I added. Let's see if we can get it to focus. There we go. A little better. There. So again, this background element is popped up with dimensionals, and the clouds are up on that level, and everything else is flat. Oh, why is it jumping around like that? And then also here, I just use one little piece of the tag to say hello. So let's see. There you go. All right, so very simple cards that I've included a photo in the group, my Paper Pumpkin and Kid Hangout group on Facebook, and also on my business page for Red Daisy Crafts. So literally all these are out there for y'all to see, and I look forward to seeing some of your creations when you are ready to share them. So today, what I had in mind was I wanted to show you guys this new kit that came out. It's super cute. I hope you can see that pretty good. And it is called Wreath of Blooms. And so I'm going to show you how to put this together. And I have a couple of other ideas. So this first wreath that I wanted to share with you is totally how it is made from the kit. So it is literally just using the twine from the kit. You wrapped it around this. It's a cardboard wreath, and then all these paper elements were inside the kit for you to put it all together. And again, there is full instructions like always. And so you have all the instructions on how to put it together. And so it really is pretty easy kit to put together. And so I just think it might be easier if I could show it to you so it's standing up properly. So here is, there we go. Yeah, I just think this is really, really pretty. And with Mother's Day around the corner, for that special person in your life, or a birthday for a friend, it's just a really sweet little element for you to brighten someone's day. And this kit is really affordable. This kit literally is only $13 in US in the retail store, and everything you need is included. The only thing that is not included is, as usual, a pair of scissors and a glue gun. So we are going to be using a glue gun to put this together. So why don't I show you the kit, and we'll put one together. But I wanted to share with you some alternate ideas, and so I went ahead and made the kit as it is in the box, and then we're gonna create the kit making a little bit of an alternate idea. So so what do you think about the kit? It's pretty beautiful, isn't it? Inside the kit, you get, it comes all wrapped up like this, and to be honest, as usual, you get a really nice box. Now I will tell you, once you put the wreath together, it doesn't really nicely fit back in here. I'll show you towards the end, but you know, so it's not like you could actually give it inside the box. It just, unless you gave it without it getting entirely put together. But the box is really nice and useful. So I do love that. We always get a really nice, useful box from the kits. And then inside of the kit, we have, this is the cardboard wreath. You can see this is, I was testing out something for an idea, so I'll bring that back and talk about it. Again, the full instructions as usual. Here's the twine that's included in the kit. As I showed you before, there's a couple of brads in here to put the flowers together. And then there are the floral elements, and they're all die cuts, already cut out, ready for you to use. And then there is this with floral page, and then also some additional pieces. So yeah, Wanda, it's beautiful here today, to be honest. I think we are definitely up in the 80s. It's sunny outside. It's hard, it's really hard. I hear so many friends that are going through these, heavy snow still. Here we are in the middle of March. And then here we're about to, get 80s and 90s all the time. Dare I say 100, but it's coming. And that's just that's just the world down here in San Antonio. So, and then there's one other thing in the kit, is it has this piece of cardboard in the box, which I have been dreaming of all kinds of things I can do with this. And I actually thought I might make like a little sampler that I could just poke some holes in here and then have use like a ribbon to hang it up. And I might use it for the Sunshine and Smiles, my remaining elements, and see what I can come up with. And if I actually accomplish that, then I will share it in the group as well. But I hate to let a good piece of cardboard go to waste, because it is really handy sometimes for projects. So let's get started with, I wanted to start out with the wreath piece. And so what I would like to do is I want to make this darker. I wanted to make it almost black. So I am using the Memento Tuxedo Black for it, and I am going to use a sponge dauber, which these are in the catalog, and I've included a link below. I don't know if you've ever used any of these before. It's not necessarily my favorite. Like, I prefer the sponge, but we don't really sell these anymore in the catalog, and so I'm gonna start out trying to use this sponge dauber. And so I'm just getting some ink onto my dauber, and you can see here that I've already kind of started, and I'm just going to ink this up all the way around, and I'm going as much as I can in a circular motion. Yeah, this is not the best situation because it's just tearing up that sponge dauber. So we'll see how far we can go, but I may have to go back to my sponge because that is not doing so well. So that's how I started out. And so maybe if you've been around Stampin' Up for a while, you have sponge around that you could use in place of that. But this is a lot easier to go to make this happen. So hopefully I'm not shaking y'all up too much. It is shaking the table getting this done. But I am just getting a little bit of ink on my sponge. Obviously, it's going to accumulate on the sponge, but I am just doing a circular motion around it, and basically trying to just cover up that tan background that was already there. And so I just think it would be really pretty to have the dark base on it. Hi, everybody. If you've joined, please leave a comment. Let me know you're here. And I'd love to hear what you think about today's project. If you like the wreath, have you seen it in the online store or being advertised anywhere? It's really a kind of a neat little project, and like I said, it's super affordable and will make a really nice gift. So as you can see now, I'm getting that pretty dark. I'm going to go around the inside edge and make sure that I get that covered as well so that it doesn't show a different color. And then we'll do the outside edge too. So I love it when we can try to utilize our paper crafts to create other things besides cards. I don't know about you, but I get quite a collection creating all the cards, and so it's lovely to have something different to share with my friends and my family. And I know all of you crafty people are out there and make things for your friends and family too. So if you make something for your friends and family that isn't cards, I'd love to hear about it. If you want to tell me in the chat, I'd love to hear it. So some of you may be sewers or maybe bakers, maybe make cookies. Tell me what you like to do besides make cards. So love hearing about all your activities, and I'm gonna get really inky today. I'm just gonna put a little bit more on here to darken this up a little bit in some spaces, and see how this looks. So I'm making a mess, that's for sure. So I think that covers this. Now I'm going to tell you, like, this is being done with the Memento Tuxedo Black, which I believe, if I remember correct, is water soluble, and therefore yeah, it does say when it's dry it is water resistant, and like this will wash off my hands, but at the same time I can't guarantee that this isn't going to rub off. And so if that concerns you, if you were to give it as a gift and it concerns you, there's a few things that you can use. There's a Krylon spray. There's all kinds of products that will give you the opportunity to put like a clear coat covering on it. Just something to basically cure it so that it doesn't change. Now you do want to be careful because some of those items can yellow over time. So just, check out, if you decide to create this, check out what you have available, and just be sure that you know what you're putting on there and that it's not going to ruin it or make you unhappy with it after the fact. So yeah, that dauber did not go well. It was a nice thought though, to see if that would work, but not so much today. All right, so now we have our wreath, and it's black ink all over it. And now instead of the twine, I'm going to use the gingham to, let me see if I could get this out of here. It's bugging me. Yeah. And I'm going to use the gingham ribbon to to wrap the top and also make a little loop to hang it. So literally, I'm going to use a little bit of glue gun that I have right here. Get my silicone mat and bring this up. And here's my glue gun. I'm just putting a little tiny bit there and so I can just put my ribbon down. Don't worry, folks. This glue is the kind of glue that literally it doesn't burn you because I have burning issues. Let's see. I have some comments now. Thank you, Christy. I do. I think it's really pretty. I guess it took forever for these to show up. It looks like a nice project to a senior to hang on their door at the care facility. You're correct. I think it would make a great project. 30 centimeters of snow for Easter. Oh, yay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, you could use a coat of acrylic paint. I did think about that. I was trying to just stick to something I knew you guys might have. And so literally now what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this around this, like the other one was, at the top. And we're going to go maybe 3 or 4 inches of this, not all the way around. And so I'm just literally wrapping it around so you can see the gingham at the top. And then we will tie it or glue it off, I guess, basically to stop it. And so we're not quite 2 inches yet, but I just think that this is going to be gorgeous with this gingham. I think I did see another demonstrator had used the gingham. I don't really remember exactly how they did it, but it's probably similar to what I have going on right here. But I just thought, I remember it being so striking that I thought this would be fun. Oh, not Easter, for Wednesday. Oh, a nor'easter, you said. I'm so sorry. That's funny. Funny that I made that mistake. Yeah, I hope it will be short-lived and that you guys will all get the spring weather very soon. And getting a little tight on this, so I'm going to loosen it up a little bit to show more of the gingham. And let's see where we're at. Maybe about 3 inches. I want to go a little more. It's so funny because in the picture here, you can see the twine is not taking up very much space, but when you go inside to the instructions, so when you're putting it together, I'm just looking at this. This is like, a quarter of the space covered with the twine. There is no way you have enough twine for that. Like when I created this, this was every centimeter that I've used. I didn't even cut in, to be honest. And so I just really thought it would be nice to do this a little bit longer, or a wider piece of it. Let's get ourselves in order here to expand that space. So we're just going to take it a little bit farther. And so, all right, we're just about there. Yeah, I think we're getting really close. We'll do 2 more and then I will stop. So, all right, so now I'm just gonna get my glue again, but I'm gonna cut off a little piece here. If I can, oh, it's time to get some cleaning on those scissors. So let's see. All right. All right. And there you have that. So now we have this piece. Oh, you lost me. Huh. I'm still, as far as I know, things are fine. Wanda, did you lose me? I've had some issues this past week with my internet. We had to actually have the AT&T guy out to work on it. And so I'm hoping we won't have any issues. Should have said that at the beginning, that we had been struggling with that. But I hope that that's not the case. Okay, good. Thank you. So now I'm just putting on a little bit of a hanger here, and so it's not going to be too much, maybe just about that much. So let me cut this off. And oh, okay, Christy, sorry that you're having that happen. That's no fun. And I guess it was on Friday, I went in and all of a sudden my internet just crashed, and they had to come out yesterday and fix it. They got some new equipment and all that kind of a thing. And so, all right, so I think that takes care of that part. So let me get this out of the way. So the black and white gingham ribbon is 1/4 inch, and it is available in the online store. And so there is that piece of the project. I'm going to get my cleaner background so that you can see it better. And so here we go. I just think that's really cute. So now we're going to put some flowers together. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever made flowers before. Trying to think if any of this is going to come off. Looks like it's pretty firm on there, but I'm going to see if I can clean up my hands a little bit so I don't get as much ink on them as possible. So give me 1 minute to do that. Probably won't take a whole minute, but just enough to wipe up some of this. Okay, that's better. I'll get a drink. Yay! You know, I hate that this page is now so dirty. So let me just turn this over, because that is going to bother me. I hate that. Oh, my goodness. So the first one, let's just do this first one because I think it's the easiest of them all. And really, Stampin' Up! Just made it so easy for you because they did all the work. So all this is already cut. And so I don't know if you can see, but it, you know, it's already die cut for you. And so how we put this together, they gave us some tear and tape in the kit. So if I can find the end, this is how this goes together. So literally you're just going to put some tear and tape on one side. This is the same on both sides. See the like kind of dots on both sides. It's exactly the same. So it doesn't really matter which side you start with. And so I'm going to put down some tear and tape and just tie that off. And then I'm going to pull off the top layer, and then I am going to fold this over. So I am just literally folding it in half, and I'm not pressing down on these loops. Okay, see how they're still very much kind of rounded, so I'm being careful like that. And there we go. So I'm just going all the way across, pressing this together firmly, and that is gonna have, you're gonna see those loops, okay, all the way down, just like that. All right, so now I'm going to take another piece of tear and tape, and this is different than the instructions. I'm just letting you know this is the way I would have done this. They have you just roll this up and then put a tie on it, but I feel like it's easier. I just said put a tie on it, but they have it, you roll it up and do it with hot glue on the bottom, and I just think this helps make that process a little easier because there's plenty of tear and tape in the kit. So we're just using a second piece here, and I'm going to use this while I roll it up. Okay. I don't have my fancy take your pick tool here to pull that off with. And so literally, as you can see, the tear, I am just rolling this into it. So it's not going to be like super tight. I'm letting it be loose, but this helps it to stay together. And I want it to line up as I am going down. So it is going to be a little loose, as you can see. And then I am just rolling it up, and you can see what's happening out here with it. Okay. And I'm just making sure that my edges stay level with the bottom, and that way it stays until we're ready to put it together. Okay. And just like that. All right. And there, I'm just going to hold it together, because then we have all this, and we're going to press this out, and we'll mess around with it a little bit. Okay. Once we're ready to glue it down. All right. So we just kind of play with this and loosen it up, but there it is, kind of like a little flower. Okay. That one end doesn't want to stay on there. But we'll put a little glue gun on it. I guess it's holding better now. There we go. So as you can see, that makes a really pretty little flower. And honestly, if we had a second strip, you could make this flower bigger and bigger. So those are a lot of fun to create a flower like that. So, you know, that is something that you could create anytime, to be honest. But that's the first flower. Okay. And then we're not going to use this twine because we created a little bit of a difference. So I'm setting that aside. And then we have the brads. So there are 5 brads. There's 2 big ones, which are basically So Saffron and Night of Navy. And then there's 3 littler ones that are So Saffron. Okay. And this is what we're going to adhere all of our flowers to. when we start putting things together. We have some glue dots. I haven't really found a need for them, to be honest, so I have not needed to use those. Now, we are going to pull apart the three base, I guess these are Petal Pink and like Flirty Flamingo, I guess, and maybe a little bit of Poppy Parade. Let's see. Let us see what colors this says. Oh, maybe Cajun Craze. Calypso Coral, Crumb Cake, Petal Pink. So this probably has Petal Pink, maybe some Calypso Coral, and Cajun Craze on here. I wouldn't have guessed that was Cajun Craze, but that's the only other option. So, and then I guess these are basically Calypso Coral and Cajun Craze. So that's the deal there. All right, so have you ever made flowers before? You know, I used to make a lot of paper flowers, and so this kit was kind of fun because I haven't done it in a while. And I hope you would like to, or that you'll enjoy kind of some of the instructions that I share, because I saw how the instructions are in here, and I'm like, oh well, there's some other ways I would do this. So let me just kind of point some of it out. So you can see here, I don't know how clearly, but it's like showing you to use a pen to roll the flowers. But I'm going to show you some other options. And yeah, I'm going to show you some other options. And I'm just looking here. Yeah, I don't see anywhere that they've used glue dots. So I don't know what those are for. All right, so let's go further. All right, so the flowers are the same on both sides. I really tried to figure out if one was lighter or darker or had a different texture, but they don't. They're basically the same. And so you have two that are the same size, okay, and then one that is larger. So basically the two smaller ones are going to go on top of the larger one. All right. Now I want the inside one to be as tight or smaller than the other one that's in the middle, but they're the same size. So how can we do that? So I'm just basically taking my bone folder. So I think most of us have a bone folder. If not, it's a great tool for you to have. Comes in really, really handy for all kinds of things. And so I'm just curling it on this edge of the bone folder. So there's like a little bit of a rounded edge right there. And that's what I'm using. I'm not pulling very hard. I'm just, you know, bending the paper basically. Okay, and so I'm gonna see if I can get a little closer. I'm just putting my thumb on the edge of it and pulling out. All right, and so I've done that on all 5 petals. Now the other thing I love is that the other end of the bone folder has this really nice round edge, and so I like to take this flower and put it in the palm of my hand and really kind of turn, or do as many circles as I can in it. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's like tightening it up and making that flower smaller. Awesome, Susan. Glad to have you here today. And so I like this because it just is one way to really curl up that flower. So now you can see basically we've changed the shape of this significantly. Okay, and then the second flower, I'm basically going to do the same thing on the petals like I did before, and then I I don't necessarily need to do the piece in they use the end of the bone folder in the center, but I'm going to do it a little bit and just give this a little bit of curl, because we will have, so you can see one is tighter than the other one there. So you can play around with these pieces and really mold them, in a sense, a lot of different ways. And so now I'm just using the same technique again, and I am curling up the leaves, the petals, I should say, on the bigger floral piece. And I will do a little bit in the center, but not a lot. And I'm not being very forceful. It's just enough to give you a little bit of dimension and texture to the flower. Okay, so to put them together, we also need this Night of Navy piece, and then we also need this piece here. Okay, and so now we're going to put this one together, and we're going to use the So Saffron. Was that really So Saffron? Did it say? Yeah, So Saffron. We're going to use the brad, and we're just going to build our flower. So this little smaller piece goes on first, and then the second piece will be this little starburst kind of looking object. That is just the little inner parts of the flower. So the next is this little smaller piece, or the more tightly curled floral piece, and then the next size. And so I am, turning these a little off of the piece below it, just so that they're not on top of each other. So like if it was like this, you wouldn't even hardly see the other pieces, but I want you to see the layers, so I'm turning it a little bit. And then we will add the largest piece to the bottom. And so then I am just going to press out the brad. So I'm just opening up the back side of the brad, and there's our flower. It's so pretty, isn't it, y'all? So pretty. Susan, have you seen this kit? It's really so pretty. All right, then we are going to make this flower. And it uses this item. So again, same process, curling this in, and then we're going to curl it up a little bit in the center like that. And then I am doing something a little bit different on this one than I did on the other one. Just getting those holes out of there so they're not in the way. So this one, I'm still curling it like I have done. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. It's a new kit that's only online. And so it's really affordable, so you should check it out. It's a great gift. So I'm actually going to leave this one with the petals curled down, and I'm going to put this one on top with the petals curled up, just to help give it some additional support and dimension. Okay. So this one gets the Night of Navy brad, and so I'm going to put it on. Oh, shoot. Oh my goodness, y'all. I just dropped this. It's dark. Let's see if I can find it. So that would be a real bummer. Is that it? Oh no. Oh my goodness, y'all. I hate that. I hate that. Where do I have? I think I have some more brads. We're going to improvise. I have some additional brads. Let's see what I have. This one had the Knight of Navy. Let's see if we can color this brad. That's white. With the Knight of Navy marker, the blends marker. Well, it won't be perfect, but it'll be a lot better than white, right? Okay, y'all, this is how you make lemons out of lemonade. Or lemonade out of lemons. Oh my gosh, can I get it right? Are y'all laughing? Because I would be. So I'm just using this blends marker to color this brad. That is white, and so now I have a Knight of Navy brad. It's square, but I'm not going to be too concerned over that. And totally happens. Oh, it's so smart, Wanda. I have one of those. I am going to make sure I bring it in the back with me. I'm not sure that would have helped because I have a bit of a mess underneath my table. And I think that's the bigger issue is that it got into a crevice and I'm not sure I'll ever find it again. But I love that. And so this is a great way to, again, make lemonade out of a lemon situation. Okay, so now I am just opening up that brad. You won't see it. And now we have our flower. And again, the petals are just a little bit off so that either way you look at it, there's no like open gaps. Okay, so those are those three flowers. Now we have one more stem of flowers to put together. And it's these really cute little yellow. So saffron and basic white elements. And so these are so tiny. I'm just using the edge of my bone folder and I'm just sticking it in the middle and doing a little circle. And again, if you've never created flowers, like these things are just so simple. It's just so easy. Thanks, Christy. I was lucky. I had my brads handy. I don't normally have them out, but I had gone to my downlines to craft a week ago and I took them with me in case I needed them for a project. And so they were sitting right here. Thank you, Lord. That's what I have to say. Thank you, Lord. All right. So now we have these two flowers to put together. Disrupting things because I was digging around. All right, so basically I have this little tiny brad that I'm going to try not to lose. And I'm going to put it on one flower and then I'm going to add another one. I'm going to kind of do them off center or layer of, I'm not sure what to describe that with. All right, and then I'm just, again, opening it up. And as you can see, it kind of turned a little bit. So I'm just doing that and then kind of curling up that top layer again to just bring them a little bit more dimension to it. So just so you can see how that looks. Okay. All right. So we have, oh, I already messed up. Already got flustered. Whoops. All right, so these two little flowers need to go on this nice little stem that they gave us. So you see there's 3 holes. So first set of flowers goes here, and it can be done in any order. So let me just do that again, fluff up my flower, and there we go. Pretty. All right, now the second one. And let's see if I can take a peek at the comments. You're right, Susan. If I'm barefoot, I'll find it right away. I am not. Thank you. That's pretty funny. Yes. Offset the petals. That's probably the better terminology. Yeah. I don't know. When I'm in the middle of something and doing it and talking, I don't have the right capacity in my brain to also think of all those great words. So thank you. What else did I miss? Oh, for sure. If I disturb too much, Wanda, there will be dust everywhere, and then I'll start sneezing. Dust is one of the highest allergy things for me when I had my allergy testing. So when I dust, I have to wear a mask, and oh my goodness, around the house, because it's just too much. Oh my goodness. Come on, Brad. All right. All right. Oh, thanks, Susan. It is cute. I love, actually, I love these little tiny flowers so much. I just think they're so precious. And I mean, we have stuff in the catalog to make these, probably with some die cuts and some punches, so easily. And this is just the sweetest little twig of flowers. It seems like a little bit like wildflowers. So all right, so those are the flowers. And then we have these beautiful leaf pieces. I like these so much. They're beautiful. And so let's get those out here. And then there are 2 of the lighter green and 2 smaller ones. Now, just because I'm curious, so this is pear pizzazz, and these are garden green. That's it. All right, so this is the kind of layout that they have you do for the wreath. I don't know, you're getting a glare. There we go. And I think we'll probably stick with that same layout, but what I have done with these on mine is I actually did take like a pin shape, and I kind of rolled these leaf stems on the top few that are hanging out, just to give them a little bit of character. So just to have it a little bit, because the ones down here are going to get covered for the most part. And I thought giving these some character would be good. So I'll just do that to both of these. And I'm just curling these a little bit. This is my poker tool. And here I'm just giving them a little fold around the barrel, and that's it. I didn't really do anything to these. I suppose you could, but I didn't too much. So I didn't feel like it was needed. So basically, you have this piece that comes in the kit, and it shows you right here in the instructions a little bit of what the process is. So the 2 large flowers get added to these 2 corners, and then the gold flower gets put right in the bottom, and then the twig of flowers gets tucked inside. Okay, and then the green leaves are just added. Like, I've seen them, you can see the positioning. This is how it is here. Over here, they have them coming out, so like it is here, and they look like they've kind of tucked them in after the fact. What I did for this one, for this wreath, you can see I just kind of put them together on each side. So I just found that to be the easiest method. So let's see here. We can start to put our wreath together with all of these lovely pieces. I'm just moving some of them out of the way so I can set this down and get our glue gun back. So we have the glue gun, and so I think I'm going to go ahead and put these little leaves on initially. I think this one had it going off one side and then off the other side, so I'll do it more traditionally of what was in the kit. So I'll just bring this over here so that it's like that, and then these 2 were just on the same side the way that I did all of them on my first wreath. So we'll just put one here, and then we'll put another one. And I'm just, y'all, I'm not using a ton of hot glue. And thankfully I have the kind that does not burn me, and it dries super fast. So, all right, so that's that piece. All right, so I'm gonna come in here and just put some glue right in that corner, and I'm gonna put this one down. I'm doing it opposite this time just for fun. Okay. Like to do what I want. So let's see here. This is going to go right in there. So as you can see, that's how it's getting put together. Really pretty easy, right? Yeah, Wanda, I think you will like it. Oh, nicotine, that's tough. That's tough. Yes. All right, so then we have one more to put down, which is the curled up floral piece. And so that's going to go right here in the bottom. And let's just get that pressed in. And I'm going to do one other thing, because I probably should have done that first, is put a little bit of glue right here on the edge, just to get that piece tied down. I don't mind working with a glue gun, but I do not like all the little glue strings it makes. What about y'all? Do not like that. All right, so that's that. Now we just have to put our little stem in. Oh no, I think I'm going to add it after we put it on. All right, so let's see here. To put this together, should we put it all at the bottom, or should we put it off to the left side or the right side? So why don't you give me a comment? Left, right, or bottom? Tell me how you think you would like it to be. Yeah, the one I did earlier, it had it kind of off to the left, as you can see, not much, but a little. And so give me some feedback. Let me know. Off a little bit to the left. Yeah, it seems natural to do that. Susan says right. I'm a left side kind of girl. All right, so Susan, I have a surprise. I have one more idea after this, and I'll do that one with the right. So we'll do this one with the left, and then we'll make that one with the right, and y'all are going to love it. But the good news is I have made all the flowers, so all we're going to do is put it together. I just want to show you this additional way that you can make this wreath, and you're going to love it. So stick around, or if you can't stay, come back and see it, because it's gorgeous, y'all. I'm not kidding. And so here we go with this off to the left, and we're gonna almost be done in a moment. All right, so I think I'm gonna do the yellowy flower up at the top, and I'm gonna do this a little bit more to the right, because I'm gonna put the flowers stem in a different position. So here we go. Put this down on here. Don't y'all just love that dark wreath with these? I just think it makes the flowers pop. It's so different. It's so different. So I'm just taking, as you can see, I'm not putting a ton on here. And then I'm going to stick it in here so that it kind of goes up the wreath like this a little more. All right, stop doing that. Let's focus, you stupid thing. There we go. There we go. What do y'all think? Oh yeah, I know. I thought the same thing, Susan. Okay, so I just love the dark wreath. It's not that I didn't like the other one. It's just I saw somebody else make it like this, and I thought, oh my god, that's so striking. And so I'm going to get the other one out here for you to see the difference between the two here. I actually have more space I can bring in with this, so see them kind of together. But they're so pretty, y'all. So pretty. I like them both. What do you think? I like this one with the longer stretch as opposed to this one kind of going this way. So that's really cool. Okay, let me get the other one out here very quickly, because I already see we're over an hour, and that makes me nervous, because I just, you have other things to do on a Sunday. So I did want to show you this other thing. Like, I think you could if you didn't want the wreath, you could totally come in and do something else. So I made a bow with the twine, and you could come in and put the bow and have the flowers coming off this little house. I got this at the dollar store, y'all. I think I paid $2 for it. And so I just think it's so cute as an option. But here's the one that I just think I love, y'all. And what I did is I put the wreath together, and y'all will laugh at this. If you use blends at all, I used yeah, thank y'all so much. I'm sorry yes, I'm sorry it seems like the comments take a while. So I'm just seeing that you like the dark wreath. Thank you, Christy. And Susan, I agree. I like the flowers going up the side, and the dark wreath. It's so pretty, right, Wanda? All right, so this one I colored with Night of Navy, and I used my Night of Navy blends. And seriously, y'all, I don't know if you can see this. Oh, wrong end. I used the brush end, and oh my God, it mutilated it. So I do not recommend you using your blends marker to do this, because it literally let's see if I can get this to focus so you can see it. Look at that, it just totally frayed it. And but I found it's a retired gingham ribbon. I found this in my stash, and I was like, oh, the flowers have navy in them. And so I put this together, and I used, y'all, it took about 2.5 yards of ribbon to do this. So I made this ring with the Night of Navy gingham. And so I thought we could just quickly put this together, and you can see all the pieces for this wreath all put together. So I'm going to just put our stuff together. I'm going to flip this around because I think I want to try putting that yellow flower inside. And I kind of liked the last one where we had switched the sides of it. And so let's see if I can do this quickly. Y'all, I put the box on my desk, and now I can't see your comments, so I apologize. Give me a moment. This put together, because I really just know we've been here a long time and want to be mindful of that. So I'm putting the leaf up a little bit and pressing down this yellow flower, and we're gonna put on some leaves on the back so we can get that whole thing put together. So I'll do another one. Put these on. And then put one out here like this. And then one more little petal I'm going to put down here. And I think this will go. I think we'll go on this side. Yeah. All right. So let's see if I get this box out of the way now so I can see comments. Yes, I love this ribbon. It's so pretty. And I bet you guys have plenty of retired products around that you could decide how you want to do it. But we're going to put this one up the right side and see what that looks like. And so you might be wondering, what am I going to do with 3 wreaths now that I have one? I'm probably going to give a couple away. And one I'm going to take to my workspace. Yes, they did have that. A few years ago, there was a die set with flowers that would have worked great with this. All right, so we're going to put this off to the side like this. And let's put this one in as well. So again, just doing just that little stem. And I'm going to tuck that in right here and let that go up this side. And so there you have it. I might even just come in and put a little glue right there to secure that down so it isn't wiggling around. Yeah, thank you so much, Christy. I love it too. So there you have it, folks. I honestly hope you enjoyed these projects. So many options to play with. I just had such a good time, and I just thank y'all so much for joining me today. And like I said, if you would like to purchase this product, I have all of the links in the information below. I would love to help you with any questions that you have. Thank you, Susan. Yeah, I have to tell you, like, I'm a navy girl, and it's one of my favorite colors. And basically, when I realized there were navy in the flowers, I was like, oh my God, I gotta get that ribbon, because I had saved it because I knew I would end up using it someday. And so yeah, thank you so much. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead, and I will see you next week. Hopefully it will be with the new Stampin' Up kit, 10 years of growth. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody.